One of the most successful craft co-ops in North America is located on Vancouver's Granville Island. It has a rich history, mainly because it showcases some of our finest artists, the crafty ones. Once a year, the general manager of Circle Craft puts on his Christmas hat to coordinate the annual Christmas market. It is my pleasure to welcome Paul Yard to Studio 4 to tell us more. With the poppy instead of the Christmas hat, but that's just fine.
Thank you.
This is my favorite time of year to look at all of this beautiful stuff. I picked one out already, and you know, how lovely this is.
That's a piece of Linda Patterson's. Linda's a designer from North Vancouver, and she gets a great deal of her inspiration from her travels around the world, and it's a stunning piece.
It's a stunning piece, and it looks like tribal silver to me, but what do I know?
Well, more than I sometimes.
Oh, well, this is good, but you got into this business. I understand you sat on the board of Circle Craft and found out it was bankrupt in 1983 or something.
That's correct.
And you never left.
I was in that first Christmas market in the Culch in '73.
Oh my gosh.
Went on to the board, and then we, it's a disease.
It's a disease.
Yes,
and I understand, because you're surrounded by beautiful things and fabulous artists, and some of the jewelers who will be showing, all Canadian, right?
All Canadian jewelers.
Across the country.
Yes.
Holly Bear Bartlett.
Holly Bear Bartlett is one. We have some of her work here.
Wow. Oh,
Holly Bear was trained with not Nancy Dawson, Corrine Hunt.
Oh, who helped design the Olympic medal with Omar Arbel.
And she is also a member in the show this year too, Corrine.
And Corrine is?
Corrine is.
That's beautiful.
Oh, there's some stunning pieces.
Gorgeous.
Holly Bear is going to be in the, we have a longhouse this year. Because we've got the room, we're in the new convention center. We've put a longhouse together, and along with Richard Krentz of Clahowya Village fame in Stanley Park.
Yes.
And we will have 8 native artists within
carving
that.
And
carving
working
and jewelers, and Todd DeVries, who's a cedar bark weaver, and
and Richard Krentz does those beautiful boxes.
Oh yes,
yeah,
and he's a master carver and great designer.
So the great thing about this is we can see things being done. Glass, for instance.
You can see the demonstrations this year. We're going to have steady going throughout the show with pottery turning or pottery throwing, wood turning, glass blowing, and a blacksmith.
Really?
Patrick McIver is coming from the interior, and he's going to create on stage a sofa table, which will be donated to our sharing tree.
How wonderful.
So donate to the sharing tree, and you get a chance to win this beautiful sofa table that's going to be
We like that.
created.
He's not going to shoe a horse or anything.
No, he's not going to shoe a horse.
Okay. So back to our jewelry.
Yes.
Well, I know we don't have a whole bunch of time, but Brian Hoyano.
Brian Hoyano is a member in long-standing. Here we have, oh dear.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, how whimsical and lovely and fabulous.
Those are called the Castle Keys.
Those are great.
It's sterling silver and gold and precious stones. Here we have falling twigs, twin twigs that actually will move with the movement of the wearer.
Oh, those are fabulous.
And an inverted cloud.
Move Holly back. I'll just keep this here.
Super.
I'll keep it safe, I promise.
I'm watching.
See, I always want everything. I'm just terrible. Okay.
And this is sterling silver and saltwater.
It's just lovely.
Saltwater pearls.
Where's he from?
Brian is actually from Montreal originally,
right?
And has been in Vancouver for about since 1997.
Fantastic. And the good thing is about Christmas crafts is you can come and go and come and go. Once you pay the first time, you can come back.
Yes.
Right?
There's an unlimited readmission.
Emma Bracefield.
Emma Bracefield, who I think
her.
you know. She has had. She was the best craft in the show about 3 years ago.
This is real.
That is lovely piece. Lovely piece.
Did you notice? It's so heavy. It's so beautiful.
Actually, that's a piece of Emma's own work.
Wow.
It's her own piece. She has not sold that.
She hasn't?
She loaned it to us.
She loaned it,
showing.
so she's not giving it to Aunt Fanny? No.
Not today.
Okay, not today. So that's probably, maybe she could make me one sort of like it.
Indeed.
Why not?
I'll
Indeed.
Check. I'll
Could
check.
you check when you go back? Okay, so the glass is how
from
fabulous.
Christina Glass.
Yes.
This is Jan and Christina Benda, and they're up on the Sunshine Coast.
Beautiful. And will we see glass blowing?
You will see glass
We will
blowing.
see glass blowing.
Totally
Good.
Amazing Glass Show is back once again. It's about
wow.
10 years we've
Yes.
had them, and Malcolm McFadden.
Right.
And they'll be doing glass beads as well.
Great.
Yes.
And Ellen glass, the chandeliers?
Oh, the bioluminescent
Yes.
chandeliers that are inspired by underwater
Right. Imagine
creatures.
dusting that.
Oh, they're just wonderful.
Yeah.
And they're made possible with the LED lights too.
How great. So they're eco and they're gorgeous and all of that. And the wood. The wood is, we don't have one here, but I think we have them captured.
Yes, Dale Rouleau was our best in craft last year, 2 years ago. And he works with spalted maple a lot, and then
Right.
he will carve with a Dremel after turning the pieces.
Really? I don't know how they do that. I'm always just amazed.
He'll be turning at the
He's from
show,
Cumberland,
too.
isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Okay. And
He'll be turning
I
it.
saw you had some hats for kids' helmets. They're
Oh.
called like helmet hats or something. They're little felt
Tail
things.
wags?
Something like that, right? So if you wear a helmet, you can fancy it up.
That's right.
If you're a
And
little kid or a fun big kid.
This is
Stunning.
Gabriel pottery from Pender Island,
Okay.
and it is done by Monica and Braden Gabriel.
Yes.
Braden does the throwing, and Monica does the glazing.
Right.
And they're salt-fired glazes.
So
They're all food safe and dishwater proof. Too.
Really?
You can throw them in the
you're
dishwater.
kidding. And if you didn't want to eat noodles out of that beautiful bowl, you could just put it on the table.
Absolutely.
Why not? So you also have fashion, scarves and shawls and
Vanessa Cunningham is one of our scholarship winners from the Capilano University. And she does some magnificent shawls. She does them on an old loom that her Oma passed
we
along
see
to
them
her
there.
in 19...
they're beside
Oh,
you.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
There you go.
I don't want you to dip it in your coffee, but they're magnificent. Wow. Wow, how lovely. If you just forget all of this, it's fine with me today. You know, sometimes they do leave us swag.
Those are her serendipity wraps.
They are, that's magnificent. Look at it, this looks like silk. Is it silk and wool?
I think it's wool.
Okay, all wool. See, doesn't that look like silk
oh, no,
thread
it does. I beg your pardon.
running through? Well, it's okay, it may not be. We'll have to ask the artiste.
Yes.
You know. So when does this start?
The
this
show starts
extravaganza.
on November 17th. We're a week later than usual this year due to the changing of the sales.
Oh, okay.
And we will be in the new convention center, which is
Oh,
very
you will, right
exciting.
here?
Yes, right next door.
How great. It's so beautiful. You've been in, obviously.
I've been in, and we are taking half of it, which gives us
I bet you
50%
are.
more room than we ever had in Canada Place.
Sure,
So.
sure. And the artists are there to talk to you and all of that. And you take Visa and
Oh, we take all of
that.
all of that.
Cold hard cash too. Will you have food this year because you've always had food and
We do. We have
vinegars and
the
candles?
gourmet foods, and all of that will be there again, and with enough room. We always had them crowded into the rotunda area of the
how wonderful.
the other room.
Well, it's really a design show as opposed to, I know it's craft, but sometimes people think, oh, craft. That means like pinch pots and pickles. And you do have some magnificent pickles.
We do have some magnificent pickles, but some just very fine art craft.
Sure. And jams and jellies.
Yes. 270 artisans from all across Canada.
How great.
Yeah.
How great.
Very
And
excited.
It's just lovely. So the pricing is, when you walk in, can you get a list for price, or how does that work?
What we do is we'll have a program listing everybody that's in the show, and all of the vendors will set their own prices.
Okay.
And that program should be on our website later this week.
Great,
So you
because
can-
it's wearable art, as you know. It's wearable art. You can try things on and walk around. And
We've even got one artisan, a new one coming this year from Toronto, that will make you long johns while you wait.
come on.
Oh, yes.
Really? And I saw some underwear, wool underwear.
That's the Sartorius.
Is that the guy?
Yes, that's the lady.
The lady?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sarah
well,
Sartorius.
I can't wait. Nice
Very
to see
pleased
you.
to meet you.
Paul Yard, the Christmas Craft Fair starts November 17th. Is that what
November
you said?
17th?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
exactly.
Okay.